Hello, I'm Tilly and welcome to my kitchen. Now those of you that know me or have seen some of my previous videos will know that I'm a prepper and I'm an avid prepper. I love prepping, but I saw something on Facebook today that really resonated with me, and it was actually from the lawofattraction.com. It was one of those little meme things. I'll read it out to you and then I'll tell you how it really fits in with the whole prepping world, for me anyway. So it's called WakeUp Call, and it says, this is your wake-up call. Don't be the person who waits for the big wake-up call before they finally feel ready to take action and better their lives. Don't wait for the health diagnosis to start exercising and eating right. Don't wait for the ultimatum from your spouse to finally start showing them the care and attention that they deserve. Don't wait until you lose your job to finally go for the better paying, more satisfying job. Make things happen now. Let this be the only wake-up call you need to start making the changes that will improve your life. You can do it. That really resonated with me because it really does fit in with getting started with prepping. Because some of the things that I took from this was, don't wait for the prices to go sky high before you decide to start prepping. Start prepping now before they get too expensive. And I know a lot of us think that the prices are horrendously expensive now, which a lot of things are. The prices are going up, but we can still get things at reasonable prices, and actually in the UK we can get things quite cheap, food items, grocery items. So start putting a few things away now before they start going too high so we can't afford things. And another thing was, don't wait for the shelves to be empty to make you realise how important it is to have a food store to fall back on. So we've seen some things that have gone out of stock, and we've seen it before, haven't we, when a lockdown and the pandemic and all that, when first of all the toilet rolls cleared from the shelves. You just couldn't get toilet rolls, which was bizarre. but these things happen. And then the shelves was cleared of pasta. So you never know what it is that's going to be cleared of the shelves. At the moment in the UK, there's a really nasty bugs and flus and illnesses going around. I'm at the tail end of a really horrible bug. Excuse me, proving a point. There's lots of horrible bugs going around. So you can't get any cold or flu remedies. They've all sold out everywhere and people can't buy them. So if you have these sort of things in your prepping store already, you can get over that. You don't need to go out and try and hunt these things down. Oh, by the way, I actually don't use that sort of stuff for my cold and flu. I use whiskey, honey and lemon, hot water, and possibly a bit of ginger and some garlic. They're my go-to things for clearing my illnesses, colds and flus, that sort of thing. But for those that do, get them in your store. Get these sort of things in your store. And it happens most winter times, really, when there's the bugs and everything going around, that these sort of things clear off the shelves. So have them in ready. Don't wait for there to be no fruit and veg at affordable prices before you start growing your own. Now, again, those of you that know me or perhaps seen some of my videos know that I'm starting to grow lots of my own foods this year. That's my plan anyway, that's my aim. I want to grow as much as possible. So if you can grow any of your own foods, give it a go. It's actually really easy to grow foods. You can grow them on a windowsill, just on the floor in front of the window, just in a little pot. You can grow tomatoes, herbs, peppers, all sorts of things. It's really interesting to find out all these sort of things and what you can actually grow in your home. If you haven't got any sort of garden or outside space, you can still grow things. So that's my aim this year, to grow as much as I possibly can, because we don't know if there's going to be a shortage of fresh fruit and vegetables. So I want to get it so I can grow as much as I possibly can myself. And also, on a bit of a longer term theme of that, is make as much shelf stable stuff as possible. So when you're growing all your own fruit and veg, try and dehydrate it so it's shelf stable, or can it, or however you can prepare meals in advance, can them and make them shelf stable, rather than put everything into the freezer where you might lose all your freezer stuff. You possibly, if the electric goes off for any length of time, we just don't know, do we? So making everything as shelf stable as possible, as much as shelf stable stuff as possible. I've been dehydrating like a crazy woman, trying to get as much done as I possibly can, and I love it. So I've been dehydrating, I've been canning, I've been vacuum sealing, everything. And I love it. It's really good fun. So things that we're not going to be prepared for, that we don't know are coming, or could be a job loss, illness. I mean, if you're ill and you can't get out to the shops, have your food store to fall back on. Or a death. If a death in the household, if your partner, we are all going to die at some point. Don't be afraid to talk about death, because we are all going to die. There's no getting away from it. Two things that are certain in this life, as they say, are death and taxes. So we're all going to die at some point. So just be prepared, because once somebody dies, you could actually lose half of your household income. So it's something to think about. Be prepared for as much as you possibly can. Have store cupboard in. So if there's a death in the family, the last thing you're going to be wanting to do is to go out and shop. So have provisions in. Also, there could be a loss of income that goes along with the death. So really need to be prepared for any eventuality. So that just made me think of all the different things that could happen. Don't wait for things to happen. Be proactive. Get that prepping store started now. If you're new to it, I am doing a series of videos that will hopefully help you out. It's called £5 Friday. Now, that is where I spend £5 a week to buy prepping foods to put away in the prepping store, and see how it's going to build over the weeks and months to come. Now, I do hope you will join me with that. I'll leave the link to the playlist for that in the description below, and there will be another one of those videos out this coming Friday, which will be the third one. And don't worry if you haven't started right at the beginning of the year when I started. You can join in any time and it will help build your little store up slowly, week by week, with £2, £3, £4, £5, whatever you can afford, whatever you want to put away each week. And I'm sure you'll be quite surprised how quickly it builds up. So do please click the like button on this video, because it does help my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.